What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to the Deal Desk. I didn't know this, but today's what? National Pizza Party Day or something. Fun facts in case you didn't know. Anyways, let's do some live calls. Man, the market has been crazy, man. The market has been really crazy. A lot of people don't know what's going on. What I will tell you is that for some, for some they're scared. Some people are scared. Some people don't know what to do, right? Inflation and prices going up and down and sideways. And, I will tell you, there are people who look at this as an opportunity. There's a window of opportunity here. So understand, while a lot of people are pulling back, that actually gives you an opportunity to move forward. What I would recommend is just be a lot more lean, be a lot more targeted. Even though some markets, it's slowed down, some markets actually have sped up. And Florida is definitely one of them. You can look at your research. Florida and Texas is one of those markets where there's still a lot of great opportunity. And recently, especially in the Gulf Coast, the western part of Florida, a lot of prices have dropped and the inventory has increased. And if you look back into some of the videos that I do this, in the mornings, I jump on IG Live and I talk about that and why it is, and we go into the numbers. It's really interesting. So anyways, that being said, what do we have? Let's pull up and see what we have here. It's not too late to submit your leads for me to call live. Just head over to, oh, by the way, click that like and subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. And then if you want for me to call your leads live, head over to the reitoolbox.com. I never know what I'm going to get out of these things, But, so far we've had some pretty interesting conversations. Let's head over to, let me pull up this list, and we'll start making some calls. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. This is live. All right, so let's pull this up here. Let's see, where are we going first? Some people are dumping their CRMs here, which is great. All right. Let's see. We are going to Clear Lake. I know some people put a lot of properties here in Clear Lake. Actually, wait. This is Clear Lake Oaks. This is Clear Lake. Okay. So there's a difference here. So let me pull this one up and see what comes up. Clear Lake, California. These properties, and I'm not familiar with Clear Lake, never heard of it, never been there. But some of these properties that get sent over to me, there's no even street view that comes up. Actually, this one, maybe I called this one before, they didn't answer. So remember, if you submit these leads and I call them and they don't answer, just resubmit them so they get back on the list. Because I only dial once, they don't answer, I dial one more time. And, then that's it. All right, let me move this over. Okay, so we have this one, Clear Lake, California. Said the property was pretty much turnkey with just a few minor repairs. All right. Let me go and share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. All right. So this is the property in Clear Lake. Okay, so the property is pretty much turnkey, just a few minor repairs. New windows. He said was working with a realtor, and they said that he could get $300,000 for the property. All right. What other notes? So fair condition. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry. Okay, reason for selling. Looking to move into a bigger place and live in Kelseyville. He sounded open to an offer and not deal with listing it. Okay, perfect. All right, well, let's give him a call. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. their phone number here. Oops. 7 0. All right, cool. So they're 3 hours behind. So it's morning time over there. Look at these headphones attached. Turn this off. There we go.
Your call has been forwarded.
All right, didn't answer. Let's call one more time. See if they pick up the phone.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Silva.
Yeah.
Hey, my name is Steven. I think you spoke to my partner a while back in regards to your property on
Hey,
Ridgeview.
call me after work, man. I gotta go.
What's a better time?
Like I told the other guy, like 5:30.
All right, thanks. Bye.
I think, man.
All right, so he's working. Call him back 5:30. I'm assuming he means obviously his time PST. So if you submitted this lead, call him back at 5:30. The good thing is he answered. He gave you a call back time, and it's important to know that if you don't catch somebody at a good time, you don't continue the conversation. Because if you do, then you're not really going to get anywhere. All right, so let's call. So this guy answered. He's not available. The next one is also in Clear Lake. So let's pull this one up. Some of these properties are very similar. All right. Clear Lake. Okay, so this one, wow. Well, where's the house here? Is this on a hill? So I'm assuming this is on a big hill because it just shows dirt. All right, well, let's read the notes. Says it's in good shape. It's just pretty dated. Okay. Reason for selling, they live a little further away, did not sound that motivated. All right, well, let's see what happens. Picture won't even come up on here. Sometimes people don't sound motivated. That's okay. As long as they're entertaining the phone call, they may be curious about if they'll get the number you want. But you got to try and get numbers out of people because, and information. I've noticed if somebody doesn't want to give you information about a property, they probably are not really that interested in selling. And remember, if they're not motivated, doesn't mean they won't sell. It probably means that they just won't sell quick. I've had scenarios where I can give the person exactly what they want and they still won't, they still wouldn't move forward with it, right? Simply because they weren't in a rush. There's no rush with them. All right. And that's okay. All right. So let's give them a call. Let me show you what I'm looking at here because it's just a giant. I mean, maybe the house is up there. I don't know. Let me see if I pull it up here. There it is. Well, I think that's the house up there. Maybe. The house on the hill. All right. Let's call him. As long as there's some information here. First, we got to see if they pick up the phone. on speaker. And what is this? Like,
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
I'll go straight to voicemail, huh? Let's call him again. It's the right number I'm dialing. See, in Florida, we don't see any of this stuff. Like, there's really not any hills over here.
Your call has been forwarded.
This goes straight to voicemail. So, maybe their phone's dead. I don't know. If I were you, I would text them, see if they answer for the property in Oak Drive. All right. So the next one is in Huntsville, Alabama. Let me pull this one up. Huntsville, Alabama. Ideally, if you're working your leads and they are not answering, okay, if they don't answer, you're going to call, you're going to leave a voicemail, you're going to text, okay? Brandon said the deal desk is back. Yeah, back. All right, so let's pull this one up here. Alabama, this address is not coming. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right, just want to make sure. All right, Alabama. What we got over here? Brick house. I mean, a lot of these houses in Alabama look the same. It's good shape. All right, here's the property. What do we got with this? Fair condition. He just mentioned it was in fair shape. All right, the price. Reason for selling. The price is $130,000. Property in fair condition. He has a tenant in property, month to month. Wants to sell between 3 to 4 months. Has $30K left on the mortgage. All right, cool. Let's give him a call. Where's the information? There it is. All right, cool.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Allen.
Yes.
Hey, my name is Steven. I believe you spoke with my partner a while back in regards to your property on Leftwood Street. Were you still looking to sell?
The price is right.
Sure thing. Did I catch it at a good time?
Sure.
Awesome. So I was looking here through the notes. I see that the property's in fair condition. It's currently rented by a tenant month to month. Can you tell me a little bit more specifically about like the condition, roof, AC, bathrooms, kitchen?
The roof is about 6 years old. The kitchen has new flooring. Everyone's have new carpet, new paint job.
Okay. Perfect. And let me see here. Do you know how old the AC is?
No, it's only have gas heat.
Gas heat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gas heat.
No central.
So it's pretty much in fair shape. And how are the tenants? Do they pay on time? Is everything working okay with them?
New tenants.
New tenants just moved in recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What are you renting it for?
1,000.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Perfect. I'm trying to look here in the area. And then it says in the notes you're looking to get $130,000 for it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then if you can
Open?
go ahead.
Open? No.
Sounds like he's
Go
busy
ahead.
doing something. What kind of time frame were you looking to sell? About a week, a month, a couple months?
Yeah, 3 to 4 months.
3 to 4 months. Okay. Perfect. Let me take a look at the area here and see more or less what. And then on the tax records, it says actually it doesn't say how many bedrooms it has. How many bedrooms does it have?
How many what?
How many bedrooms does it have?
3.
Okay. How many bathrooms?
1.
Perfect. And it says it's about 950 square feet. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, 960.
Perfect. It seems like a good property. What's got you interested in selling it?
I never was interested. It was only if the price is right.
Oh, you were never interested in selling it in the first place.
No.
Gotcha. So 130K if we covered the closing costs and all that stuff. I mean, what do you think would be the best price you can do?
That is the best price.
Okay, so 130,000, and then if we can give you that, because I have to check with my partner. I just want to get some basic information, but if we can do that price, I mean, was this something you'd be ready to put like an agreement in place today, and then we'll close in a couple months if you wanted?
No, because I have someone else that I'm working with, and they're willing to pay off the balance and potentially give me 120 or 130 for it.
They're looking to pay the mortgage, and on top of that, you're going to net 120 on top of that?
That's what we're working on.
Gotcha. Is
I'm
that
supposed to hear back from them today.
a straight cash deal or is it terms?
Cash. I'm not doing any terms.
Gotcha. Let me take a look here. Yeah, that's really interesting. This is about 1961. Let me check this. You mind if I place you in a brief hold?
Sure.
Sure, I'll be right back. So somebody, he says he has a mortgage of 30,000, says here, according to the notes. Somebody was gonna pay him 120 plus a 30K, if I heard him correctly. I'm looking at these comps. Man, these are all over the place, these comps. But hold on. There's a house in the corner. It's so strange. Like there's one that sold for 140. Okay. And then there's one that sold for 465,000. So, and this one that sold for 465,000 sold 3 months ago. So I want to take a look and see if this is renovated. But let me take a look here. I don't see anything special with this. Why did this sell for 465? And who bought this? And Mr. Allen, when you said you had that other offer that they're paying 120 plus a 30K mortgage?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. He's supposed to call me back later today to see as far as whether or not they're going to go with it, can try it or whatever, whether I agree with it or not.
Yeah, that's a great offer. So you plan on moving forward with that, I'm assuming.
Possibility.
Yeah. What would be your deciding factor between accepting it or not?
Seeing that I have a potential offer on the table for another property or not.
A potential offer on the table for what? I'm sorry?
Another property.
Oh, you're looking to buy another property, or you're saying that that somebody else is giving you an offer for another one?
Yeah, I'm not won't be selling until I find what I'm looking for.
Gotcha.
As far as another property wise, that way I won't be hit with such a high tax.
Yeah. Are you looking to do like a 1031 exchange or something?
Correct.
Gotcha. Do you buy and sell multiple properties?
I'm sorry?
Do you buy and sell multiple properties?
No. I'm just looking for one to replace this.
Gotcha. When are they expected to give you a call back?
Hmm?
When are they expected to give you a call back?
This evening.
This evening, okay. So I'm gonna take a look at this with my part. I just didn't want to waste your time or my time because it looks like all in they're offering you what 150,000 cash.
Yeah, I guess you could say 150, but 120 after the mortgage is paid.
Right, 120 and then the 30K. Because man, I'm trying to look here. Are you familiar with Grizzard Road? Grizzard Road, right down the street from you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I see a similar property to yours. Has a bigger lot. It's a little bit newer, same bedroom, bathroom. It's on 4112 Grizzard Road, and this one sold 2 months ago for 140,000. So I was like, man, 150,000. That if I were you, I'd take that and run with it. I mean, that sounds like a great offer. I just got to crunch numbers to see what we could offer. But if I can match or beat that, I mean, what would your next step be? What would you want to do?
I'm sorry, say that again.
If we can match or beat that price, what would you want to do next?
As long as like I said, I'm in the process of trying to find a property that fits me. So that I'll have something ready and available.
What are you looking for? We may have something for you.
Oh no, my bad. Yeah, we're good. All right. Hey, what's your name?
My name's Steven.
Okay, Steven, give me a call back in about about 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll call you my partner at 1 then. Thanks.
All right. Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Bye. Yeah, that guy sounded busy. I mean, I got plenty of information. So his deciding factor to accept the offer is if he finds another property. So what I was asking him right there was, well, what are you looking for? Then he said to call back. But man, the reason these comps are all over the place, this is actually a good area for a hedge fund. Is this a school? Yeah, it looks like this is a school. This is crazy. I mean, you have a property here that sold for $465,000 in February. All right. Let me go back again. Then you have another one that sold for $144,000 in January. And then let me see, what's this one here? I know this hedge fund. Hedge funds are still buying. Not all of them are. I mean, their criteria changes, very often, but this one in particular is buying. Let me see, Alabama. Yeah, this is wow. A typical investor here, they're not going to pay that. They're not going to pay that high. They're definitely not going to pay that high. You don't really see somebody paying a mortgage and then on top. Typically, remember, when we give somebody a cash offer, so if this guy said he wanted 150 and he owes 30K, that mortgage is paid from his profit. We don't pay the mortgage and then make the offer on top. So I want to get a little bit of clarity because it's really strange. You don't hear that too often. But there's definitely hedge fund activity here, so this could be a really good deal. So Alabama, isn't Alabama CST? Yeah. Yeah, this hedge fund is buying up everywhere over there. And when you see a hedge fund buying, you want to copy and paste the name onto Google, okay? And typically, I mean, you'll get redirected to the site, and then you want to speak with their acquisitions manager. But this man, he said 120 plus the mortgage. Like that doesn't really make sense. Even if it was 150K, right? What I would do, this is what I would do, because the only way this will make sense is if you contact this hedge fund first, and then you ask them if they're still actively buying in the area, because who knows, their buy box may have changed last week, right? Hey, are you still active in the area? I got this and a lot of them do work with wholesalers, but here's the thing with hedge funds. I'll tell you this before we wrap up. The thing with hedge funds, guys, is that if you and this is from personal experience, and I know somebody at hedge funds, I work with a hedge fund consultant, things like that. But if you get a property under contract for, let's say 150, and let's say the ARV is 300,000 and it's in good shape, these hedge funds will pay very high. In some cases, 80-90% of ARV, because they're not looking for flips. They're looking for a place to park the money, right? So let's say, I don't know, let's say you get it for 150 and you try selling to them for 305. You get greedy. If they come back, and this is a true story, if they come back and they say, hey, we could have offered you 280, but since you asked us to buy at 305, we're going to decline your offer. And I've heard this from a hedge fund guy. I'm like, that's interesting. And the reason they do that is because they get hit up by wholesalers all the time. They get hit up by wholesalers all the time. The thing is, they're very picky on who they work with, right? So if it's your first time selling to them, do not get greedy, because the goal is to build a relationship with them, okay? So yeah, I mean, shoot, that wholesaler could have freaking easily crushed it, made a good assignment fee, but you just, some people think that these guys are stupid, and they're not. They're not. They'll pay high, but it's just got to make sense. You have to leave enough meat on the bone. All right. So you're looking for volume, not freaking home runs every time. It's base hits. Look for volume. All right. So let's answer some questions. Deal Desk is back. Yes, it is. How do you comp properties that don't have good comparables? Great question. So there's a few ways to do this. If I am working on a subject property, I'm looking for comps and I can't find anything in the area. Remember, because the way I make offers is I look at the cash comps. Okay. And if there's no cash comps, when it comes to cash comps, the reason I look at cash comps is because I want to see what investors are buying at. And then if I want to make $10,000, I'll stay $10,000 underneath that, and so on and so forth. That's your MAO. But remember, these cash transactions, they're not always on market. Sometimes they're off market. So here's a quick tip if you're having a hard time finding cash comps, okay? If you're having a hard time finding cash comps, look for fully renovated properties in the area, okay? Like the highest sold property in the last 90 days, right? The more recent, the better. Then you're going to click transaction history. And most of the time, the highest one sold in the neighborhood is renovated. So then you're going to look at the transaction history, and you're going to see what the off-market purchase price was. So like if you saw the highest price in the neighborhood sell for 300, and you look at the transaction history, says XYZ LLC bought for, I don't know, 170. Now I know that my MAO is 160. So I know that that's a comp. Okay. And if you can't find any of that, if there's no activity, you're probably marketing in the wrong area. All right. By the way, you guys, I was talking earlier this morning about, you guys have to be very picky about where you're doing deals in right now, because the market's all over the place, and you want to be very targeted. And a quick tip for that, guys, is you want to look for the highest cash transactions in what zip codes have the highest cash transactions. Okay. You want to pull and skip trace data for that, and that's where you want to go. And if you guys need help with that, just shoot me a message. I'll be more than happy to help. I've been talking a lot about ClearSkip and how good their data is. And if you pull data and skip tracing from them, they offer a list guarantee. So, I mean, I don't know anybody else that does that. It's really good. But yeah, to answer your question, that's what I would do when it comes to the comps. Okay, here's a quick video from our sponsor, ClearSkip. Yeah. So I've been talking a lot about ClearSkip. They are amazing. And the biggest difference with them is that it's not an automated process. They have people that work there full time and they build the list for you and they slap a list guarantee if you're buying data and skip tracing. But be very picky about what you're doing. Some people, they try to go cheap on data and then they upload it to a dialer wrong. And they don't format it correctly, and they're not talking to people. And the people that they do talk to are motivated, so then they get frustrated because they already spent money. It's like if you're going to invest money in data and skip tracing, that's where it all starts. You don't have a business if you don't have data. I mean, simple as that. So if you guys need help identifying, what zip codes are the hottest in your county you're looking for data, hit me up, and I will help you out. Okay. What else we got? I was wondering why you weren't doing these. It's been a while. I mean, I've done for the past 3 weeks a few. I came back. So I took a break because I was focusing on the you guys don't know this. I'm also I host fights. I host boxing fights. And we just had our last event and it took a lot of time. And that was where my main focus was. But I'm back here. The event finished. I want to do these live calls more. I want to answer more questions. I want to make more content. Leave in the comments what kind of content you guys want to see. What is it in today's, what today do you want to see? It could be a topic. Maybe it's a problem you're having in your business. Like I want to give some free advice, feedback on what's been working for me, right? I will always say I'm only going to give you advice on stuff that I've done and what's working and what I'm seeing. So I've been in this business almost 10 years now. Crazy to think. Almost 10 years. But yeah, I can help you guys out. Oh, keep in mind, the 5-day deal challenge is taking place here in Tampa, Florida, May 27th. If you can't attend in person, it will be streamed virtually as well. If that's something you're interested in too, hit me up about that. The last one, actually the first one we had a guy that's never done any calls, no experience. His very first deal he made, and this is closed and funded. This is not projected profit numbers. He locked up a deal. He got it sold, $79,000 deal. Imagine your very first deal, $79,000 deal. One deal can change everything and then some, but 5-day deal challenge is basically you and I will lock in for 5 days. We'll make calls and close deals. It's a workshop. How can I submit leads? Again, so you're going to head over to the REIToolbox.com. All right. And it's going to take you to my link tree. Okay. Let me take this off here. I'll show you real quick. All right. So you just go over here. Okay. If you guys want leads for me to call, you're going to click Deal Desk Submissions for live calls. Okay. Fill out this form. And then I call it live. And, oh, wait, it's not showing it. Hold on a second. It's because, sorry. Let me take this off here. I'm going to show you this form because some people, they don't fill it out correctly. And it's important for you to know what questions are on here. But make sure you fill this out correctly, please. As much information as you can put, the better. And I will make the call. Something I'm thinking about doing, guys, and you let me know if this is Let me know if this is something you're interested in. But it's like people ask me all the time, do you do coaching and this and that? And it's like, I do. I don't promote one-on-one calls. It's something I do, but sometimes it's just like my schedule is crazy. So something I'm thinking about doing is monthly coaching calls, right? So you'll have an hour with me once a month in a group setting, and I'll be able to address. I could even make some live calls on there. Monthly coaching calls. Let me know in the comments or shoot me a message if that's something that you think would help you, because if I get enough people that tell me, hey, like, this is something I need or I want, monthly coaching calls, I think that's probably the best way to help as many people as I can, considering the schedule. So, and we'll make live calls. I used to do, I still do. I have something called an acquisitions accelerator. It's a 4-week program. I do live calls on other people's leads thereafter. So this is so much stuff going on. But to sum this up, make sure that you guys are focusing. The market's crazy right now. There are deals out there. Focus on the areas that have demand, okay, for deals. Where is the activity at? Pull data and skip trace it where the activity is, because where the activity is, there's activity for a reason, right? There's people in that market flipping houses for a reason, and you need to capitalize on it. Guys, this business is not hard. It is simple. Do not overcomplicate it. You find where the activity is, you pull data where it is, you call the data, you make an offer. Not all of them are going to say yes, and you close the deal, and then you sell it. You make $10, $15, $20, $30,000. It's very simple business. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Go crush it. Shoot me a message if you need my help, and have a